Hey guys, and welcome to the 10th session of Bible Handling. Now, in this session, we're going to look at the idea of balanced versus unbalanced truth. Now, what we need to realize about the Bible is that it's totally balanced in its truth and its principles. Yet at certain times, those truths or those kind of principles or qualities of God can often appear unbalanced. Now, an example of this is kind of God's wrath and God's mercy. And yet, if it was not for his mercy, then we would all face his wrath. But yet, if it was not for his wrath, then God could not reveal his mercy. And so these are two distinct qualities of God, but yet ones that we hold in balance and hold in tension, and that are perfectly compatible within his nature. And the whole idea of balanced or unbalanced truth is an idea that I picked up in How Does Sanctification Work by David Paulinson. And it's a great read, so I'd recommend that. Now, if I was to tell you that in order for you to be a Christian and to be a dedicated follower of Christ, you need to hate your mum and dad, you need to hate your brothers and sisters, you need to hate even your own life for you to be a disciple of Christ, you would probably tell me that I'm a twisted individual with an anger issue and that I'm a false teacher. But yet it's kind of funny because Jesus said those exact words, which are quite challenging. And it says in Luke 14, Jesus says, "If anyone comes to me and does not hate father or mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, such a person cannot be my disciple. And whoever does not carry their cross and follow me cannot be my disciple." Now, you might have never read those verses before, and that might come as a surprise to you. And yes, by the way, I did look at the Greek word for hate, and it just means hate. And so what Jesus is saying here is that he's creating an unbalanced truth in the truth of Scripture, in the truth of his teaching. He's creating an unbalanced truth, or he's emphasizing a point in a very extreme manner to invoke a response, to invoke a challenge, to invoke a reaction in us in terms of our understanding of what it means to be a disciple. What he's effectively saying is that love is like it's a comparative kind of feeling and expression, and really our love for God should be so much greater than our love for ourselves and our family, that when we consider our love for our family and ourselves in the context of how much we love God, then really it kind of appears like nothing at all. It's like I've been walking down the street and I bump into two people and I give one person a Mars bar, and they say, "Oh, thanks very much for the Mars bar, that's really kind of you," and they give the other person £10,000, and then the person with the Mars bar, takes it more like an insult that I only gave him a Mars bar, and yet I gave the other person £10,000. So you can see a gesture like that is comparative, and so is our expression and desires of love for God and each other. So what we need to do that when we're reading the Bible is to realize that the Bible is totally balanced in its truth and its principles. Yet often at different times within Scripture, we might find that particular truths are emphasized or unbalanced in a particular way to invoke a reaction or a response in us. And what we need to do is to hold things in tension as great as we can, but to fully appreciate truths in their entirety and complementary principles so that we can hold them in tension and grow in both of them at the exact same time.